Doing pretty good. Wonderful. We just have one more person. I was hoping she'd come in right now. There we go. Thanks, Angela. Okay, welcome to those online, because we're practicing Yoga Flow. Welcome, everyone. Let's find a comfortable seated position, whatever that is for you. Nice, and in your seated position, we'll relax the backs of the hands down, laps, knee, wherever you might be. You might choose to unite the index and thumb here into the mudra of wisdom, Jnana Mudra. And let's begin to close down the eyes. As we begin to initiate this internal awareness, we melt our awareness inward. And from the inside of yourself, begin to relax the base of your body down into the earth. Begin to soften through the hips. And invite the right and the left sit bone to evenly ground down into that earth support. And then from your base, unravel your spine, grow a little taller. Great. Good. So heart space opens. We can draw the shoulders back and down, releasing any unnecessary weight that may be held there. And relax through your jaw. Relax the root of your tongue. Soften the eyebrows and that third eye center, the space between your eyebrows. And shift your awareness a little higher to the crown of your head. And feel that the crown of your head is magnetized upwards, as though to create even more internal length, lift, and spaciousness. And within that created internal brightness, that internal spaciousness, relax your awareness into your breath. Relax into the inhalation and the exhalation as your breath so subtly passes through your nostrils. Really tuning into the quality that exists and the qualities that exist within your breath. So that rising and filling with every inhalation. And cooling and releasing with every exhalation. Drifting into the nature of the breath so deeply that the breath mesmerizes the focus of your mind. It becomes your single point of concentration. And in that single point of concentration, we can unfold even greater benefits. Within the inhalation, an energizing and solar vibration to wake us up and wake the mind up out of its slumber. And within your exhalation, this grounding and lunar vibration that calms and steadies you. So we begin to rest in that cohesive nature that exists within the breath, within every breath. And really that complete nature of the breath in its wholeness, in its full cycle, in its expression of inhalation and exhalation, is intended to promote the balance of ourselves on every layer, physically and all of the physiological aspects. Your focused breath begins to balance the energetic body and its components, and this lends its hand to the mind. So begin to balance the mind, relax the thoughts, and open ourselves into that space of equanimity, where we can step outside of the path of reaction and instead move into reason, response, and observation. Let's find one more breath here. Unite your hands into prayer mudra in front of the heart space. And we'll open our practice with a single Om. Feel free to join in if you would like. Gather a long inhale. Inhale, prayer to third eye, the space between your eyebrows, Ajna chakra. Exhale, prayer to heart. Allow the thumbs to rest right on the center of your chest. Again, come into this point of balance, and we align the point of balance with the balance within the breath. So return awareness to your breath. And here we'll discover Ujjayi breathing. We gently narrow the center of the throat, discover those long, deep inhales through the nose with an audible sound. And long, deep exhales through the nose with an audible ha sound. One more deep Ujjayi breath here. And a soft releasing breath. Inhale through the nose and out the mouth. Great. We'll return back to Ujjayi breathing. Inhale, sweep both arms overhead to the sky. You can feel free to open up the eyes here if they're not already. With your exhale, draw yourself to a right side bend. We're going to move with the breath. So bring that left hand down to the earth and then sweep it in front of your body. We can follow that left hand with the right hand. So the right hand will follow. And then on an inhale, I'll be your mirror image. We're going to weave ourselves all the way back up. So same direction. We exhale, side bend. The left hand drops down to the earth, sweeps in front of us. The right hand follows, very nice. Then we'll inhale as that right arm rises and the left arm draws up. Let's find 3 more in this direction. So we lower down, we bow in front of the earth. We inhale to rise, opening up and growing long. Exhale to lower down. So the breath can guide our movement. With the inhale, we rise. Last one, exhale. And on inhale, draw all the way to center. Extend both arms overhead to the sky. We'll switch sides. Exhale, left side bend. And then invite the right hand to lower down to the earth. Sweep in front of you. The left hand will follow. Inhale as the left arm rises, we draw ourselves back upright, and same direction. Exhale, that right arm sweeps in front first, followed by the left, rising up. 3 more rounds. Great. Drawing this gentle movement into the body, warm up the body. With your next inhale, let's rise back through to center, both arms overhead, spread through the fingers. Make your way to tabletop. Exhale, either guide yourself forward or you could unwrap the legs first and draw your way forward into tabletop from there. Feel free to double up the mat under knees or wrists if you need any extra padding. We'll begin to stack the wrists under the shoulders, stack your knees underneath your hips, spread the fingers wide, and really root the inner triad of your palms down into the earth. Tiger pose, or variation of cat crunches. Inhale, draw your right leg straight back. You might choose to slightly arch the spine, maybe a little gaze up. On exhale, round the spine, draw the knee in towards your forehead and scoop the belly back. Perfect. Inhale, we'll lengthen right leg back, maybe a little back bend if it supports you. Exhale to round through the spine. 3 more, inhale. Exhale. 2. And out. Last one, inhale. Exhale. Now we're going to either continue with this pace or you can speed it up along with me. Inhale, exhale. 2, 3, 4, and 5. As you're ready, inhale, lengthen your right leg straight back. Take your time if your pace was a little slower. And exhale, right knee down to the earth. Right. We'll switch sides. Inhale, left leg will lengthen back, extension, maybe a little back bend if that serves you. Option to gaze up slightly. Exhale, slow and controlled. We round the spine, draw the knee towards the forehead and scoop the belly back. Inhale, grow long. Wonderful. Exhale, as we warm up the spine further, we begin to warm up the core. 3 more like this. Inhale, broad through the shoulder blades. Exhale. Inhale. And out. Last one, inhale. Exhale. Now you might keep going with this pace, or you can choose to speed up and follow my pace. 2, 3, 4, and 5. Inhale, grow long with that left leg. And exhale, we'll guide left knee down to the earth. Perfect. From here, gather your knees at center to touch, and we'll sit back onto the tops of the feet. If this is uncomfortable, you can come to cross-legged, or you could even sit up on your block. Choose a position that works well for you. Seated spinal twist. Inhale, guide both arms overhead as we rise. And on your exhale, twist to the right side, lower the arms down. Relax the shoulders here. You might choose to direct your gaze towards the back of the room. And today in our seated spinal twist, we'll take 1 Brahmari breath, humming through the nose on the exhale. Gather and inhale. Regular breath. Inhale, draw both arms overhead as we rise. And exhale, spinal twist left side. Guide the hands down, choose a gaze, perhaps towards the back of your mat. And we'll find another Brahmari breath here. Inhale. one regular breath. With your inhale, float back through to center, both arms overhead, and palms to earth. Exhale, return to tabletop. Right. In your tabletop, reconnect to your alignment. Great. So we got that bone on joint, bone stacks under joint and joint under bone. And spread through those fingers wide. In table, walk your palms forward an inch or two, create a little more space with an inhalation. And downward dog on the exhale, tuck the toes, begin to lift your knees, core is engaged, and we guide seat towards the sky. Adho Mukha Svanasana. This is probably your first downward dog position today, so you're more than welcome to incorporate some movement here as you begin to warm up your body. Maybe walk the dog, bend one knee and then the other knee. Maybe bend both knees deeply. Okay. And in our downward dog, encourage your chest to draw back, broaden through the shoulder blades. Feels you almost draw the shoulder blades away from the spine and back towards your tailbone. Create more space for the neck. Relax the neck so that the crown of your head can lower down towards the earth. Now, of course, in our downward dog or any posture as we move through our practice, if you would like a modification or the body is seeking a modification, we can always draw to a tabletop or a child's pose position. So know that that's always available for you. Let's find another breath here in our downward dog. Nice, and a releasing breath, inhale through the nose and out the mouth. Beautiful. From downward dog, inhale, draw forward to high plank. The shoulders will stack over the wrists. You may need to lengthen your stance slightly. Belly scoops back. On your exhale, place both knees to the earth and lower chest and chin all the way down to the floor. When you meet the earth, untuck your toes. Baby cobra, inhale, roll up nose, chin, chest. Utilize back body strength if possible. And return to downward dog on your exhale. Tuck toes, knees for support. Push up with a flat back, then lift the knees, seat to the sky. Let's find that again. Inhale, draw forward, high plank. Exhale to lower down. Option to keep the knees lifted until you land or use your knees for support. When you meet the earth, untuck the toes. Inhale, either baby cobra or maybe cobra with some arm strength here as you guide yourself a little higher. Downward dog on your exhalation, either plank push-up or again, use your knees for support. All right, we'll move through another flow option for chaturanga and upward dog if that happens to be in your practice. Inhale, draw forward back to high plank. Exhale, lower down halfway or all the way. Inhale, cobra, up dog, or baby cobra. Choose your back bend of choice. And downward dog with the exhalation, we draw back. Nice. Let's find that one more time. Inhale to draw forward to high plank. Exhale, lower down halfway or all the way. Maybe use your knees. Beautiful. Inhale, roll the heart open, soften shoulders away from your ears. And downward dog, exhale. Core support as you guide yourself all the way back. Remember, you could modify as needed. Releasing breath here. Inhale through the nose and out the mouth. Perfect. From your downward dog, walk, float, or step to standing forward bend up to the front of your mat. Nice. Exhale here, fold, hinge at the hips. Inhale, draw all the way to standing as we rise. Fill your body with breath. Maybe gaze up at the peak if that serves neck. Exhale, prayer to heart. Lovely. Near the front of your mat, find your standing alignment in Tadasana. So feet about hip distance apart. Good. We point the feet forward. We feel the body stack over the heels. So the pelvis stacks over the heels, shoulders over top of the pelvis as we tune into that alignment. Half sun salutation, Ardha Seena Namaskara. Inhale, raise your arms overhead. We fill body with breath like an energization. Exhale to fold forward. We surrender down, a calming for the mind. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen through spine. Exhale, bow yourself back down. With the feet evenly grounded, inhale, draw all the way back to standing. We'll rise, fill body with breath. We open ourselves all the way up, maybe back bend at peak. Prayer to heart, exhale. One more time, inhale, arms overhead. Exhale, fold forward. We continue to warm up the body. Inhale, lengthen through the spine, open through the heart space. We create space. Exhale, fold into that space and bow down. Chair pose. Inhale, bend the knees. Sweep the arms overhead as you rise this time. On your exhale, slightly deepen your seat and encourage your knees to draw a little closer to the heels as we begin to wake up the glutes and the hamstrings rather than just the quads. From here, let's find a collective inhale. Cactus arms. Exhale, bend at the elbows. We'll open the arms out to the sides. Nice. Inhale here. With an exhale, bring your forearms to touch at center. So we close the cactus. Good. Inhale, we'll open back up. Exhale. Inhale. And out. Lovely. 3 more times. Breath is weaving with movement. Last one. Nice. Even get the elbows together if possible. Inhale, sweep both arms overhead. We'll straighten through the legs. Rise up. Fold forward. Exhale. Another half sun salutation. Inhale, halfway lift, Ardha Uttanasana. And bow back down. Exhale, Uttanasana. Inhale, draw all the way back to standing. We'll rise and fill the body. Maybe a back bend if you'd like. And prayer to heart. Exhale. Nice. Sun salutation, Surya Namaskarasan. Inhale, arms back overhead. Fold forward, exhale. Halfway lift, inhale, lengthen through the spine. On your exhale, plant the palms, float or step yourself back to plank. Maintain your plank position here. Place the knees down if you need. Gather a long inhale. Feel crown of the head lengthen forward. On your exhale, lower down halfway or all the way. Again, use the knees as needed. Inhale, cobra, up dog, or baby cobra. Nice. And downward dog. Exhale, draw back. Spread and lengthen through the fingers. Spread and lengthen through the toes. Give your head and neck a little shake here. Again, soften through the facial expression, the jaw, the eyebrows, the forehead. Good. Another releasing breath together. Inhale, nose, and out the mouth. Beautiful. Feel free to remain in downward dog or option to hold high plank. Inhale, draw forward to your high plank, shoulders stack wrists. We'll take 5 breaths here. Broaden through the shoulders, broaden through the chest, belly scoops back. If there's too much strain in the low back and the core is needing more support, of course the knees can come down. We can work with a plank with the knees down. Beautiful. Take one more inhale wherever you are. If you're in a plank or plank variation, back to downward dog. Exhale. Lengthen through the spine. Another releasing breath. Inhale, nose, and let it go. Great. Inhale, raise right leg to the sky. So 3-legged dog. High lunge. Exhale, place right foot through between your hands. Step it up a couple times if you need to. So eventually the right heel and right knee, right ankle are all stacked. We'll remain on the ball of our back foot. Unless you would like to modify, you can place that back knee down and scissor through the legs. Square the hips. Feel the inner thighs engage. When you're stable, inhale, we'll guide ourselves all the way up as we rise. Really unplug the torso from the pelvis. Good. And with your exhalation, we'll lower the arms down. You can either catch hold of opposite, or rather interlace the fingers and extend into a chest expander, or catch hold of opposite elbows. You can kind of work with whatever makes the most sense in this moment. Nice. Continue, root down through the sole of that right foot. We root down through the ball of the back foot, and we utilize the support of our breath. So that breath promotes the stability of the physical body within our posture, and also promotes the stability of the mind. Nice. One more breath here. Virabhadrasana. Maintain your stance. Inhale, draw both arms overhead. We release our mudra. Exhale, pivot your back heel down. Lower the arm shoulder height. Good. Triangle pose. With an inhale, we'll straighten through our front leg. You might want to shorten your stance slightly. And on exhale, invite your front hip to draw back as you guide the torso forward. And that right hand can begin to lower towards the right shin. Maybe we place it on our block. Okay. Maybe it goes towards the floor. Nice. Nice, and we just find that alignment that works. That top arm draws overhead to the sky. So we create more space between the shoulders. And depending how your neck feels, you can alter the direction of your gaze. Maybe to the floor if the neck needs more release, maybe to the side wall, maybe to the sky. Here, I think we can just straighten through your leg a little. Yeah, how's that? It's okay. And you can keep a little bit of a bend so you don't lock. Yeah, nice. All right, for those online, just listen to my cues as I'm away from the camera. Okay, we're gonna gather a long inhale in our triangle pose, maintaining the triangle position. With an exhale, guide just your top arm towards the back of your mat, lower it down in front of your body, and on the inhale, sweep it forwards to the front of your mat and overhead back to the sky. Same direction, 2 more times. Exhale, we lower the arm down. Good, roll it up. It's like we lubricate the shoulders. 1 more time, exhale. Slow rotations all the way up. Hold here as you exhale. Root into the ball of your front foot. Soften the back of your front knee. Inhale, guide your torso all the way up. Exhale, bend deeply through your front knee. Windmill the arms forward. Place the palms down to the earth to frame your front foot. Pop your back heel. High plank, inhale to step back. And on your exhale, move through a transition of choice. So it could be a flow like we were doing earlier. It could be straight to downward dog. You could take a child's pose instead. Okay, just follow your breath wherever you are. Eventually, we'll reunite in downward dog or a modification of down dog. Wonderful. Great. And offer your head and neck a little shake. Soften your gaze, whether it's inner or outer. From downward dog or a modified table, inhale and draw the left leg to the sky, Ekapada Adho Mukha. And on the exhale, we're going to weave it all the way through. Take a couple steps, however you need to get there. So that left knee, left ankle are stacked. We're on the ball of the back foot, scissor through the legs. Back knee could always lower at any time if needed. When you're ready and stable, inhale to rise. Great. Fill the body with that breath, prana. And on exhale, you can either interlace the fingers, right, more of a chest expander, or catch hold of opposite elbows. And here an invitation to switch. So if you always feel like left thumb's always on top, maybe we switch. If for whatever reason we always put left arm on top, maybe we switch. Great, and we keep the breath going. One more breath here. Inhale, sweep both arms overhead. We release the mudra. Exhale, pivot your back heel down, lower the arm shoulder height. Inhale, straighten through your front leg. We might want to shorten your stance here slightly. On exhale, invite your front hip to slightly draw back as you invite the torso to draw forward. This time that left hand will lower down towards shin or block, maybe close to the floor as the top arm extends overhead. We roll the heart open. Right. So there's actually this twist that we experience in our triangle pose as we roll the heart open, and we can utilize the breath to support that internal unraveling, that inhalation to encourage the length of your spine as the crown of the head lengthens forward, and it's within the exhalation that we can perhaps settle a little more deeply, even just micro movement or energetic movement, to that opening and settling, that rotation, as we invite the top rib cage to slightly draw back. Maintain your triangle pose here. We'll gather a long inhale, moving with that top arm. Exhale, guide the top arm towards the back of the room and then down towards the floor in front of you. Inhale, sweep it forward and all the way back up. 2 more times. Exhale as we lower down and inhale to rotate back up. Good job. Last one. And inhale to rise. Hold here as you exhale. Root into this ball of your front foot. Soften the back of that front knee. Inhale, draw the torso all the way up. We release triangle. Exhale, bend deeply into front knee. Windmill the arms forward. Plant the palms on either side of that top foot. Pop your back heel. Inhale, step back, high plank. And exhale, move through your transition of choice. Lovely. Great. Very nice. Good. With your next inhale, let's walk floater steps, standing forward bend, back up to the front of your mat. Yeah. Exhale here, fold and hinge at the hips. And inhale, draw all the way to standing. Feel free to slightly bend the knees if you need. We rise. And prayer heart, exhale. Nice. Let's lower the arms down beside your body. Soften the shoulders. Close the eyes for just a moment as you settle back into your standing alignment. Right. Just feel that the weight that extends down from the sole of the right foot is as even in the weight that extends down from the sole of the left foot. So we start to balance from the base. And then we weave that all the way up, almost like we gather our energy into center. And through that gathering, the spine can find a bit more freedom. Roll the shoulders back again. Feel that the neck is long, the crown is long. And tune in to the rise and fill of the inhale as it sweeps through the body from the base to the crown. And that exhalation as it draws back down from the crown to the base. So every posture, every breath, every component in our practice is designed to smooth out the field of the mind. And usually that's why people keep coming back. Just one more breath here in Tadasana. And a releasing breath, inhale nose and out the mouth. Great. All right. Feel free to open the eyes here. Move into a balance. If your block is not close to the front of your mat, I just invite you to bring it close. We might want it for the next position, kind of in our transition. And in our Tadasana, bring our hands into Prayer Mudra. Oh, sorry, I would have got you one. I forgot that you didn't have one. All right, so hands into prayer. All right, feet are forward. Good. We're going to gather a long inhale, root down into the sole of your right foot. Virabhadrasana C or T balance will exhale and guide our left leg back as the torso draws forward. And we might just have a slight fold with the torso and toes might remain, or we might begin to lift that foot off the floor, eventually draw more perpendicular. Okay. If you're feeling the balance is a little bit difficult with the hands in the prayer, you can extend the arms out into a winged position. Nice. And it's going to be very helpful to steady the gaze on a single unmoving point just in front of you. Nice. We're going to find one more inhale here. Standing splits. Exhale. We're going to release Prayer Mudra. Bring the hands down to floor or to your block and encourage that left leg to raise. Beautiful. Now you're very much welcome to remain here in a standing split position, or option for half moon balance. Right hand could remain on block or maybe floor, maybe fingertips to the floor. We'll begin to roll left hip open. Okay? An option to bring left arm to the sky. Ardha Chandrasana. Great. Keep the breath going. Nice. One more long inhale. Wherever you are, exhale back to standing forward bend. So the foot comes down, the arm comes down if it was raised. Good. Nice. Halfway lift, inhale, lengthen spine. Exhale, bow back down. Inhale, draw all the way to standing. Fill your body. And prayer to heart, exhale. Nice. Here in Tadasana, prayer to heart. Inhale, shift your weight into the sole of the left foot this time. Warrior C balance or T balance. Exhale as we begin to guide the torso forward and draw the right leg back. Maybe the toes remain connected to earth. Maybe we begin to lift. Maybe over time we draw the torso and back leg parallel to the earth. And you have that option to extend the arms out to the sides like wings instead. One more inhale. Standing splits. Exhale as we release prayer and bring the hands down to block or floor. We raise the back leg up. Nice. And again, you could stay here. This might be perfect. Might feel wonderful, or maybe not wonderful, maybe slightly intense, but we can continue to breathe. And we have the option to move into half moon balance. So maybe that left hand goes to floor or remains on block. We roll the right hip open and right arm can draw to the sky. Good. Perfect. One more inhale. Standing forward bend, exhale, everything draws down. Great. Halfway lift, inhale, lengthen the spine. On the exhale, let's fold. Move into a ragdoll, bend both knees. Begin to round the spine. You might choose to catch hold of opposite elbows here. Maybe swing your torso side to side. Just invite a release for your body. Soften the facial expression. Good. If you are catching hold of opposite elbows, gently release here. Halfway lift, inhale, lengthen spine, lengthen your legs. Downward dog, exhale, plant the palms, step yourself back. Nice, long through the spine. From downward dog, inhale, raise right leg to the sky, three-legged dog. One crunch here, exhale, draw the knee towards the nose as you draw the shoulders to stack over the wrists and belly scoops back. Inhale, lengthen your right leg straight back up to the sky. Pigeon pose. Exhale, draw right knee through towards your right wrist, and we'll begin to lower down. Now we do a block, or you might have some other props, so some of us might actually feel like we want to maybe lift ourselves up or utilize the block, or maybe place a little roll underneath that right cheek. The back toes could remain tucked or untucked if that feels good for you. And upright might be plenty, or you might choose to fold. And again, we've got a block, so maybe you choose to fold over your block or rest your forehead on your block. Now, in pigeon pose, important that there's no strain or pulling pain in the knee, even the ankle and the hip. If that's the case and you're unsure of how to adjust to release that, just let me know. A wonderful option is reclined pigeon pose. Good. Right. We keep that breath going. So we direct the breath to the areas of sensation calling our attention. We feed those areas with prana and with presence. Right, and to support the softening of sensation, the relaxation of the body, and the further relaxation of the mind, we'll take another Brahmari breath here in pigeon pose. Inhale. Lovely. If you were folded in pigeon pose, plant your palms and inhale, guide your torso back upright. Okay. Lovely. We'll exhale to tuck the back toes, lift the back knee, and return to downward dog. Good. Maybe a couple bends of the knees, a little walk of the dog. Okay. And inhale, draw left leg to the sky, one crunch here. Exhale, knee towards the nose as shoulders stack wrists. Great job. Inhale, draw all the way back up. And pigeon pose, left side. Exhale, left knee towards the left wrist. And we begin to slowly lower ourselves down. Use any props that you might like. Find your positioning. You might choose to remain upright. You might choose to fold. This side might be quite different than the other side, and that's okay. We may need to accommodate for that. We always have the variation of a reclined pigeon, which places a lot less pressure on the knee. So if there's any knee pain, discomfort, strain, pinching, that's a wonderful option. And one Brahmari breath here in pigeon pose. Inhale. If you were folded forward, on your next inhale, plant the palms and guide your torso upright. Exhale, begin to tuck the back toes, lift the back knee, and slide back to your downward dog position. Maybe a little movement there. Good. Right. And those of you in downward dog, make your way to child's pose by guiding the knees to the earth and inviting the seat to draw back towards the heels. If you were in reclined, you can simply roll over and make your way there. Nice. Perfect. And the arms might stay in front. You might sweep them back alongside your body. And one more long breath in child's. And with an inhale, we'll sweep the arms forward, ripple yourself forward to table, and make your way to seated with an exhale. So you can either cross the ankles and sit back, or draw to the side and sit back so the sit bones meet the floor. We'll extend both legs out in front, and even walk your feet up towards the top edge of your mat so that you have some space for us to lower in a moment. Good. Nice. All right. Just awaken through the feet, spread the toes, sit bones root down, grow along through the spine, shoulders relaxed. Baddha Konasana, bound angle. With an inhale, we're going to guide the soles of the feet to center. And you can choose your depth. So maybe you've got quite a bit of space between the heels and the center. Maybe you're quite close. Just whatever works for you. The hands could rest on the feet if that works well. We'll inhale here, grow a little longer. Lead with the heart and exhale to fold. You might use the forearms to open up the thighs a little more. Sometimes it can be helpful to sit on the edge of a folded blanket or those soft foam blocks, which I believe we have now again. So we can use those as well. If you'd like one, just let me know. And just releasing the areas of unnecessary effort. One more long breath in Baddha Konasana, bound angle. Inhale, draw the torso upright, release the fold. Exhale, helping hands will guide our legs back to center. Extend them out in front and give your legs a little shake, a little shimmy. Nice. Feel the sit bones root down. Perfect. Then we'll place the feet onto the floor, knees bent, grow long through the spine. So start to lift yourself up and extend the arms out in front into prayer mudra. I'm going to gather a nice inhale here. And with an exhale, just lower slightly, bend at the elbows and bring the thumbs to the third eye. Navel draws in. Inhale, upright. We'll draw ourselves forward. Same motion. Exhale, draw yourself back. Inhale, very nice. Exhale. Inhale, two more. And out. Great. Last one. Inhale to your upright position. We'll separate the hands. Exhale, lower all the way down to the floor. So you could either continue with core support, or you can use the hands to support your descent. So eventually we lower down to the floor. When you meet the earth, draw both knees into your chest. We'll give the low back a little release, maybe some side to side rocks. Great. And we'll move into a short bridge pose to counter that abdominal contraction. Knees remain bent. Place the feet onto the floor, hip distance apart, arms beside the body, gazes straight up to the sky. Inhale, engage your thighs. Engage the hips, the glutes. We begin to lift the pelvis off of the floor. We peel low, mid, and upper back away from the floor. Weight draws to the upper shoulders. You might choose to interlace the fingers here and walk the shoulders under a little bit more. Just 5 breaths. If your fingers were interlaced, gently release. Inhale here, lift the pelvis a little higher. And on your exhale, slowly roll down, vertebra by vertebra. Lift the heels if you need a little more space for the low back. I can offer some nice support for the low back, lifting the heels. And eventually we'll land. Take your time. Nice. And once you do so, move into a counter pose of choice. So it could be knees back to chest. You could swivel the legs side to side. You might lie flat. Good. All right. Reclined spinal twist, nice way to draw the body back into equilibrium. And to finish up our posture practice, so we'll place the feet onto the floor, just to start actually with the knees bent. Extend your arms out into a T position, palm sky. Just lift up your pelvis slightly and shimmy it to the left side. Place it back down so that we have a little more alignment with the spine for our twist. Then we'll lift the feet off the floor, knees are bent at 90. Exhale, lower your legs to the right side to rest them down, either onto floor or block. Option to direct your gaze to the left side. Mira Ura Kunchanasana. All right. Again, we settle awareness into the breath. One more breath here. And inhale, draw back through center. Adjust the position of the pelvis. So you might place the feet down, shimmy the pelvis over to the right side. And to switch sides, we exhale, lower the legs. Option to direct the gaze to the opposite right side. One more breath. Inhale, draw back through center. Readjust the alignment here. And exhale to draw both knees into your chest. Right, and we'll make our way into final relaxation, Shavasana. Great. If there's any extra props that you'd like, maybe soft foam block or a bolster, just let me know and I can bring that around for you. And here an invitation to relax your entire body, from the tips of your toes to the tips of your fingers and all the way up to the crown of your head. The breath can settle as we release Ujjayi breathing. The breath grows quiet, and the mind's been primed to grow quiet. And here we'll remain, and I'll guide you back when it's time. And slowly draw full awareness back into the whole of your body. And draw awareness back into the current of breath as it weaves through the entire expanse of you. And here in resting, a soft inhale through your nose, out your mouth. And again. As your body remains settled, draw a small movement into your fingers and toes. Wrists, ankles. And the rest of your body. Begin to draw knees towards the chest. Maybe the arms extend overhead for a long stretch and then sweep back around to catch hold of the knees. And begin to roll to the right side. Perhaps you can maintain that inner steadiness and begin to rise to your seated position. And gaze drawn inward. The crown of the head magnetized upwards, inner body bright. Inner body spacious and open. And gather your hands into prayer mudra in front of the heart space, if not already there. A very quiet, releasing breath. I invite you to internally honor your breath. A guide that exists within you at all times, in all ways. And we'll seal our practice with a final Om. Feel free to join in if you would like. Otherwise, you can simply follow breath. Inhale. Inhale, prayer to third eye. Exhale, prayer to heart. And the light in me bows to the light in all of you. Namaste.